Welcome to the artwork of CP, you guys. Today we're going to do a life update. And for those of you who are listening on the Ask Lou side of this feed, because it's going to be posted on both feeds, this sponsor is Melody Cloud. And if you want to go back and listen to Wayne Altman's episode, you're more than welcome to do that. Um, we're still working together, but he's now working on the app. And I said, well, good luck with that one because Apple apps could be tricky. And on the Watch app and on the phone side. So that's why I'm not an Apple developer because Apple apps could be tricky. I'm just a consumer of Apple apps. But enough about that. Danielle and I are going to give life updates here because we haven't done that in a while. And so I will go ahead by just saying the fun of Christmas. My family, my family who is not hands on, they're the type that will send Christmas gifts, and yet I haven't seen them since 2019. So they will, and they will probably most likely complain about me being on the bus. This um this family, and this is public knowledge, they wanted to stick me in group home as soon as I left Aspen. Um and yeah, so it's gonna be an interesting conversation. And if they make a fuss about me using public transportation, um, even though it's the handicapped version of public transportation. Yeah, I'm going to say, well, you have to look at these economic times. And if you want me to have a driver, you pay for it. You pay for it because we're not doing it. We can't. We're not doing it. And um, we're not doing it. And we can't. And they need to start waking up and smelling the roses, to put it mildly. And they need to know that I'm perfectly fine down here, and they're more than welcome to anyone. Anyone with advance notice is more than welcome to come down here, especially my family, and hang out with me. As a matter of fact, I have a friend coming into town this um on the 23rd to be in Arizona until the 28th, and she's made it a point to come out and see me. She's made it a point to come out and see me and visit me. No, she's not staying with me. I've had people stay with me in Bath, and my families, both sides of my family, are more than welcome to come and stay with me. My BFF is welcome to come and stay with me. She knows it. And so, yeah. So if they want to start pestering me about my life and me taking rest, I'm gonna say, great, you pay for the driver, and they're gonna go gulp. And they're the type that will send money and fabulous Christmas gifts. I mean, they supported me for several years, and in fact, they still do. Um, they still do, but yet we're still in the midst of fighting with them about the trust fund aspect, but that's okay. We'll continue to fight, and that's the only part of this that makes me exhausted is they don't want to be hands-on. They don't even want to come out and visit. And I'm not asking them to be hands-on. I'm asking them to possibly come out and visit. I don't know what the problem is with Arizona and people coming out to visit people in general. Arizona is, to put it my way, Arizona is the oddest state I have ever seen in my life. And I don't know what it is maybe it has something to do with the water. I don't know. Water shortages. I don't know. And I'm not kidding when I say that. But I don't know what it is with people coming out to visit family in Arizona. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens today, and I'll keep you guys updated. Um, the other thing is that I'm getting X-rays of my back on the 20th of the 21st of December. And so these rods have been in my back for, well, a rod has been in my back for 16 years. And so I want to see where it stands. I also want to see where my kidneys stand just because of the scoliosis squishing the kidneys. And yes, I've had people look at me like I'm nuts, thinking that my kidneys were in danger, but I know my own body. And we'll just see what happens with that. And we'll just take doctor's advice with a grain of salt. But if I need my back operated on, and if the rods look wonky, I back up. If the rod itself looks wonky, and I am going to request that it be taken out, which is back surgery again, but I've had two back surgeries already, and it's rod revision surgery does not take that long, and I am wondering if the bone is still stable enough to have rods taken out completely, but we'll see on that because I really don't want metal in my back and metal in my metal bionic woman here wants to get some get rid of some of the metal because it's getting to the point where I I think my body is, I don't want to say attacking the rod, but it's getting to the point where they put a rod in to begin with that was too long, and I actually broke that rod, and I was in major pain. Finally figured out what it was after going to get a massage, and the masseuse at that time saying, "Honey, that's not a knot in the neck. That's I don't know what it is, but it needs some help. And so I went down to Denver and had on revision surgery over spring break, and kicking myself out of the hospital in 24 hours. So knowing me that I would kick myself out of a second rod revision surgery if that were going to happen in 24 hours. And so we'll see what the doctor says. But if the rod looks wonky, I'm going to have it removed because I don't want the metal to get any more wonkier than it already is. So I just want to see where it stands, and of course I'll be probably, if it doesn't happen in May, it will probably happen when I'm home in August because horseback riding starts again in September, and I'm attempting to leave here in June to go somewhere. Um, and if they want to do it sooner, I'll have them do it sooner and just bear with it. I would probably take a 2 weeks off to recover. But the last time the surgery, putting the rods in is a lot more strenuous than taking them out. So the last time the rod revision surgery was, I was up moving within 24 hours. And the last time I had it done, I was sitting up in a week. So, and my, I, so I would probably be up and moving within that same time frame, knowing my body would probably have a quicker recovery on the second bond revision surgery, even though the first bond revision surgery was quick. But we'll see. And yes, I have people down here that could help me out. And if I need extra care, I need extra care. I mean, I if I need someone to stay at my house for the first 24 hours, I can make that happen in 2 seconds flat. And if I need to, if I need a person to stay at my house, I can make that happen in 2 seconds flat and help myself, or I may be able to do it independently, all depending on how long my body wants to act up on me. And when I say act up, I mean the tone kicking in from the surgery aspect. And so that is on the horizon, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to take um, it with a grain of salt and pray and meditate about it. And I know that these rods give out after a while, so we'll just see with modern medicine what happens. And that said, I'm also getting what they call, because I do have it, what they call a DEXA test for osteoporosis on that same day. So I think the x-ray comes first and then the DEXA testing. So the x-ray comes first. I'm concerned about hospitals, but I'm more concerned about the rod than I am the DEXA testing. The DEXA testing has to do with my bones, and yes, I'm walking every single day with walker, and I'm trying to do the best I can working out with yoga and PT and horseback riding. And so, and right now, horseback riding has been put on hold for Christmas break. And so I am excited to get back up there again and just ride. And I'm excited to potentially have the rods out so that my back wouldn't be as stiff as it was, so that maybe I could get my legs down in the stirrup. We're still trying that trick. Um, maybe, maybe if my back was not as stiff as it was and had a little bit more flexibility, but we'll see. And I have to get my nose done again because it's deviated. It's still deviated, but that's further down the road, further from the back surgery. And so we'll see what the doctors say, and if the rods look wonky, the rods look wonky, and we are going to hope and pray that they don't, but I know rods give out. And so if the and people may ask me, oh, why do you want back surgery again? And I said, well, I want my back to be as natural and free as it can be. I mean, this is CP, and I will still have scoliosis, but if the rods look wonky, I don't want an infection in my back. I don't want anything coming off those rods, any metal rods in my back, any infections in my back. I would rather have it taken out at the Mayo Clinic. I because Banner Hospital, which is Banner Hospital is the local hospital in Phoenix, Arizona. By the way, the Mayo Clinic is specialty hospital all the way. So I would rather have it taken out. If it looks wonky, we'll see. We'll see. But right now, um, and when I had my surgery, I'm actually seeing if I can find a piece of paper, and if I can't, while we're talking here, if I can't, I'll just tell you guys later. I believe it is from um I let me see if I can find that piece of paper because I know I took a picture of it. And pardon the horrible backup noise, um that's my wheelchair. And I can't find that. I can find everything else, but I can't find that piece of paper. I believe it's T3 to L1. I have to look that T3 to L2, which lower lumbar. I will find that piece of paper. I will let you guys know. But when I had the original surgery, it was T3 to L1. one, it goes all the way down my spine. And so we'll see what happens there. And we'll see what happens there. And maybe, maybe we hope and pray that the rods don't look wonky. But if they do, they do. And the reason why I'm having them taken out, if they need to be taken out, is because I don't want infections in my back. I don't want sorts of metal in my back. And so it's um it's push it's go time here, people. It's go go time. I mean, the last x-rays I had of my back were in 2006, and I want to see how my back looks. I want to see if it's stable, if it's stable, wonderful. If it's not stable, then we'll do something about it. And PT can't, and if I need a whole new exercise program with PT, then we'll work on that. And if they look wonky enough where I need surgery, I am going to schedule surgery and keep everyone updated. And just we'll see what the doctors say, but hopefully it's not wonky to the point where I need back surgery. But again, I know these rods give out, and I know there's better technology now, medical technology now, than there was 16 years ago. And I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see, and we'll see how my bones are doing as far as DEXA testing. It's another dull moment with CP, and it's never a fun one to deal with, but we're trying. And I'm not, I have people coming to see me on Christmas. I'm not going anywhere. I mean, I could have gone somewhere, but me and home, because there's snow on ground, don't necessarily get along. Me and home, me and home in the summer get along, but me and home in the winter, not so much. And so that's why I'm not going home, and it's too much. It's too up there. Up there's too expensive, and so we'll see. And if I have back surgery before I take off, great. If I have back surgery when I come home, great. But we'll just have to hope and pray and meditate and see what they say, and I'll I'll make the decision once I get the x-rays and once I get the x-rays primarily, and then I'll make the decision whether they look wonky enough or whether it's perfectly fine. And so we'll see what happens on that. And with that being said, I'm gonna let my lovely co-host take over.
Yeah. The book is a you was not more the stairs for me to take the book to me move here for to a long time for who did you is the I all of the yeah
Yeah. Yeah, it will take a long time for people to get used to the fact that
yeah
we can do public transportation by
yeah we
ourselves.
can
And that's the interesting fact, because like, well, Phoenix, Arizona and Aspen are not major cities, even though they seem like it. And Phoenix, Arizona is huge. It's bigger than Aspen, but it still doesn't have the infrastructure to to have. It still doesn't have the infrastructure to deal with the disabled and deal with people that are moving here since 2020. My God, I mean, I have watched Phoenix boom since I moved here. I moved here in 2021, and so I've watched Phoenix boom, and it's like, okay, now you don't have the infrastructure, and so it's Aspen and Phoenix are not set up to be bus friendly cities, and we're lucky to have them, but Aspen and Phoenix like are not set up for the influx of people, and Aspen and Phoenix are not set up for public transportation like the major cities like LA and like New York, and we barely have a light rail system that works. Atlanta's good, New York is good, LA is good, but for
happy yeah but um by my house
well, yeah. So I I still believe it or not, I keep landing up and which is ironic. I keep landing up, and then the other story. I keep landing up in housing developments that are houses that don't have bus stops. My house down here doesn't have a bus stop close to it, so that's okay. I'll take the handicap version of the bus. But no, you have to be qualified, and you can't just say I have a disability. They have to test you and all this good stuff. And it's interesting because they keep saying my name once, but then they keep laying up putting me in the system twice, and it's a mess. So even though we're lucky to have access to the bus, um, the bus system is not geared towards the disabled. It's geared towards the disabled in a sense, but it's not.
yeah
And I've had bus drivers, and then the other had this too, I know, because she's told me. I literally had bus drivers jump out of their vans and say, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. So that's uh, these bus drivers leave us to our own devices, and then when they see us sitting there waiting for different things to go by, they are them to leave. In my case, it's like, are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. Now leave me alone and let me go home. And so, yeah. because they don't understand. They deal with so many people on a daily basis that they don't understand. We're two capable women. One may be in a wheelchair and walk funky. The other one may walk funky just because of CP and that's the way they, but um, we're two smart women here that know how to do the bus system and it's interesting. And so it's gonna be interesting. But Danielle, I'm looking at the time, so I'm going to have you lead us out, and we'll
Yeah,
catch you guys next week.
yeah, you, for, for, uh, yeah, uh,
What she said. Thank you for following us, and we will catch you guys next Sunday, which next Sunday is Christmas. By the way, for those of you who are listening and you celebrate Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah, by the way. I people will always look at me like I'm nuts because I call it straight as it is, not happy holidays, happy Christmas, happy Hanukkah. So happy Hanukkah it is. So happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and we'll see you guys on Christmas. Jeez, I can't believe it. But that's the way we roll.
yeah, you, we, so, uh, me,
Oh, never mind. Never mind. Danielle's right. Never mind. It will be the 26th. Never mind. And we may have to do a Christmas haul on this podcast.
yeah,
We may have to do what we actually got for Christmas on this podcast. Hint, hint. And yeah, so the we'll record on the 26th, put it up on the 26th, and we may just have to do Christmas haul because I'm thinking, well, as I said, Santa already spoiled me, but I'm thinking Santa's about to spoil me just a little bit more, aka with a trip to my favorite store. Let's just say, let's just say the gray apple. And we'll see. Let's just put wood to Santa's elves that let's just say the gray apple may be involved, but we'll see. We will see. And so
uh,
let's
phone, and, uh,
well, we'll just see depending on powers that be whether they well definitely on iPhone but maybe Apple Watch yeah maybe Apple Watch and I would trade in my old one for credit as well so um maybe or I don't know but we'll record on the there goes my headphone people. Oh, oh
oh,
boy.
you, you,
My headphone just bounced down in my ear. I'll deal with it later. And but as I said, maybe new Apple Watch, maybe I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe gray Apple will be involved, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you for following us, and we will see you guys on the 26th. Have a Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah. Thanks, you guys. Bye, you guys.
Bye.